Well, we're joined now from Brussels by the German Green Party MEP Barbara Lochbihler and from Kielce in Poland by Dominik Tarczyński, an MP for the right-wing ruling Law and Justice Party.
Good evening.
Mr. Tarczyński, earlier, when you think about 100 unaccompanied children, 7 pregnant women on a ship adrift in the Mediterranean while politicians argued, do you not feel a sense of shame about that?
Well, first of all, the shame, it should be a feeling present within the parents who are, in my opinion, I would say, unmature. They shouldn't take these children. They shouldn't be there. They shouldn't put their children in the risk by violation of the regulations. So that's the first question. Why these parents are not responsible for their children and getting them into this kind of situations.
But
this
once
is
they
absolutely
are
ridiculous that now...
Okay, but once they are in that situation, don't the politicians of Europe have a moral humanitarian duty to step in?
No. No, because it's not about helping someone who is receiving very hard situation about the war. It's not about refugees, but illegal immigrants. It's a law. It's a difference between illegal immigrant and refugee. And you have to remember that if you would try to cross the border, you would be killed in England, in everywhere else. Well, you cannot cross the border only because it's 100 or 200 of you.
Okay, well, we don't know how many were illegal immigrants, how many were economic migrants, and how many were asylum seekers. But let me ask Barbara Lochbihler to respond to your point there, that some people, at least, coming from the African continent are economic migrants.
Well, first I have to say, and to correct this, I think the parents who take their children with them when they migrate or they are refugees, they are very responsible and they do love their children. I think it is just outrageous that politicians can say it's a responsibility for the parents that their children are separated by a completely inhuman policy. So, and now to Europe. Of course, also at our EU borders, we had these brutal pictures of a dead child at the shores of the EU. This was a child from Syria. And so most of the people who come to Germany and do not have a visa beforehand, they come from war areas. It's Syria, it's Iraq, it's Afghanistan, it's Yemen, it is Eritrea. And for those, we have the European responsibility, our governments and we as citizens, to protect them and to help them to make Europe accessible.
Okay, he's saying
and
take
secondly,
them all and pay
and you
for them.
please, you are quiet now in Poland because I am speaking.
Could I just ask you, Ms. Lochbihler, first, you know, this open door policy that Angela Merkel introduced has also been her political undoing, hasn't it?
Well, first of all, I think the German Chancellor was right to help these refugees out of the misery in 2015. At that time, we in Germany, we were not prepared to have so many in a short time. Now, our structures are working. What we need is Germany within the European Union, that we have a better distribution of the refugees and migrants who are coming.
Okay, let me put that point.
We cannot leave Italy alone.
Let me put that point to Mr. Tarczyński, because let me just ask Mr. Tarczyński, how many refugees has Poland taken?
0.
And you're proud of that?
If you are asking me, if you are asking me about Muslims illegal immigration, none, not even one will come to Poland, not even one if it's illegal. We took over 2 million Ukrainians who are working, who are peaceful in Poland. We will not receive even one Muslim because this is what we promised.
But I asked not about illegal immigrants, I asked about refugees. And Jean-Claude Juncker, the Commission President, says that you're racist. You sound proud of the fact that you haven't taken any refugees.
Of course, because this is what our people are expecting from our government. That's number one. This is why our government was elected. But this is why Poland is so safe. This is the reason why we had not even one terrorist attack. Look at the streets in Poland. And we can be called populists, nationalists, racists. I don't care. I care about my family and about my country.
Ms. Lochbihler, I mean, unpalatable as it may sound, racist as it's been called, The truth is that the public is turning against mass migration.
First of all, we are spending
and this is to Ms. Lochbihler.
as our previous government. We pay and we
This is to Ms. Lochbihler,
truth.
please. Yeah.
Now I am speaking, and you respect this, please, about the truth. It is a lie, what Mr. Trump has tweeted this morning, that Germany is less secure because of the refugees. Our official statistic, also the statistic which our Minister of Interior approves, shows that we have the least amount of crimes since 25 years. And a lie is a lie. You don't have to repeat it a lot of times. And it's also not true that Germany is collapsing because of the refugees. It's also a lie. Alone in my very conservative Bavarian home country, we have more than 70,000 volunteers who are organizing to help the refugees, and they don't distinguish when they are in need, if you are of Muslim, of Hindu, or of no belief.
So how many
really sorry, but
I'm
really sorry, but we have to leave it there. I'm sorry, no one's hearing because I'm trying to. We have run out of time, but thank you both very much
Take them all.
for joining us.
Take them all to
Thank
Germany.
you.